The Eastern Florida State College softball team makes its television debut this afternoon as Daytona State College makes the short trip down I-95. Live from the Titan Softball Complex on the Melbourne campus, it's the Falcons and Titans, and it's next. It is a beautiful afternoon for some softball here on Florida's Space Coast. We're on the campus of Eastern Florida State College, where this afternoon, first of two, it's a doubleheader. We'll have televised the first here on WEFS as the Titans take on Daytona State in a non-conference doubleheader. Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. My name is Jeff Radcliffe, and my pleasure to be joined by Alex Powers, if she sounds familiar, former O'Galley High School star in Florida State, the standout as well, and now playing professionally with the USSSA Pride. So glad to have you along.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to be here. Today we have Eastern Florida and Daytona State going head-to-head. This will be the two's second doubleheader. The first series was split. Second game going into a solid matchup with a 0-0 score heading into the seventh. Eastern Florida taking that one.
Let's look at the pitching matchup. Daytona State's got quite the rotation. Tina Velasquez, the leader of the pack.
Tina Velasquez is averaging almost 9 strikeouts a game right now. I'd say she's pretty solid in the circle.
So she'll be facing Eastern Florida team trying to get things going. And Olivia Everett, 2.17 ERA. Really normally not used to making the start in a doubleheader, but Coach had other plans today.
Yeah, I think the team feels pretty confident behind Olivia in the mound, and she just is a good ground ball pitcher, pitch to contact, so let her defense work behind her.
Everett, a freshman out of Moore Haven, Florida. Here's the Daytona State College batting lineup. Sammy Pullman, Maya Maddox, and Demisha Charles will be the first three. Carly Beard, Riley Gore, Harper Robertson, and then Lexi Shaw, Tina Velasquez, and Sydney Chester will be the designated player. They'll bat first against the Eastern Florida Titans. Black pants, blue tops, the green lettering. Coming into this matchup, 4-9-1 on the season, have yet to play a Southern Conference game, but 0-2 at home. When you're talking with head coach Jim Beatty, the first-year head coach, that's something, that trend they want to reverse. You want to make this place a fortress.
Yeah, home field advantage right here.
Pullman first to step in against Olivia Everett. First pitch here on the first WEFS softball game is a strike. Pullman let that one go wide. Just underway here, Titan Softball Complex. Pullman, the right fielder. And takes strike two.
Nice little spinner going right there. Outside corner.
Pullman from right up the road in Ormond Beach, a local product for Daytona State. Started at Seabreeze High School, but it's a breeze for Olivia Everett, sends her down swinging. So one away here in the top of the first.
It's funny, one of the first things Coach Beatty said was that she's not a strikeout pitcher. First batter of the game strikeout.
Cursed. Went upstairs, stepping in now Maya Maddox. Maddox, a freshman, batting .238. She gets on, has the ability to steal, has a couple of them. And she will take that one low. So Everett has already retired the first. How key is it to have a 1-2-3 inning here to start off a game?
It's crucial. I think the quicker you can attack a hitter, let your defense work, show them that you're confident in the circle, the better the game will progress and end in your favor.
Everett behind in the counts and gets a called strike on the inside corner. back in this one.
See these Daytona State college players taking a lot of pitches right now.
This will be popped up to second. Under it is Waldron, and they are 2 away here in the top of the first. Here's how the defensive things shape up here for Eastern Florida out in the field. Crumblish, Pennington, Waldron, Meyer across the infield. Diaz, the battery mate of Everett. Ganaway, Garrison, and Rodriguez are the outfielders. Home plate umpire calling balls and strikes, Sam Hall, and Jeff Sucher is the base ump this afternoon.
It's a nice first pitch changeup. That always threw me off as a hitter.
Takes the aggressiveness out of it a bit.
Yeah.
This is Demisha Charles. And Charles making her debut. And picked up it short by Pennington on to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Falcons. So knocked that one out 6-3, and the side's retired as we go to the home half of this first inning. So about as good as you can get, right?
Yeah.
You gotta get a strikeout,
Sure.
fly out, ground ball out.
Many things going on right there, but Olivia Everett did a really good job attacking the hitters and not letting them see too many pitches.
Take a look at that last put out.
Shortstop did a nice job staying back, staying relaxed, and just making the easy play. We have a tendency to overthink those sometimes.
Yep. Eastern Florida about to come to the plate. Hannah Crumblish will lead things off with that 308 average. Does have a home run so far this season. Mary Waldron, Caitlin Meyer. Nikki Pennington is the cleanup batter. Abigail Kendrick, Alice Ganaway, Olivia Everett, the pitcher, will bat there. And then Brooke Diaz and Hiliana Rodriguez, the right fielder, will try to turn things over. Back to Crumblish. Here's how Daytona State will set up defensively. Velasquez, the pitcher. Carly Beard, her battery mate, the catcher. It'll be Morgan Arcia, Demisha Charles, the shortstop. Harper Robertson and Lexi Shaw on the right side of the infield. Maya Maddox, Riley Gore, Sammy Pullman are the speedsters in the outfield. And let's talk a little bit about Tina Velasquez. We saw her in warm-up, but obviously if you're going to be the ace of the staff, there's going to be some good things you can show.
Absolutely. She's, like I said earlier, averaging about 9 strikeouts a game right now. That's pretty dominant, if I do say so myself. If I'm a Eastern Florida player right now, I'm thinking be aggressive and, try to put one of her balls in play early in the count because I don't want to get there with 2 strikes.
This is sophomore righty out of Calle, Puerto Rico. And Crumblish will step to the plate to start things off for the Titans, and this is our first ever Titans softball broadcast. So glad to bring it to you here on WEFS. Crumblish out of Claremont Eastridge. It's a high school powerhouse in Central Florida, batting .308. A couple of doubles, a triple, a home run. 7 RBIs, 4 for 8. With a run and an RBI in that doubleheader against Daytona State College a few weeks back. And she is first pitch swinging, strike 1.
Aggressive, I like it.
Crumblish lists her favorite movie is Moana.
Classic.
It's the 0-1, the delivery from Velasquez. This will be popped up on the infield. Harper Robertson, the second base, will handle it, and there's one away.
There's something to be said about a pitcher that can throw decent speed, hit the inside corner, get your hitters a little off balance and getting jammed on some pitches.
Mary Waldron steps in for the first time out of St. Augustine Menendez. Sophomore, batting .310. Velasquez has that one rise out of the strike zone.
Coach Beatty at the beginning of the game called Mary his breakout player, so no pressure here, Mary, but see what she's got.
She just shook it off when we made that assertion. I guess now pressure's on. No pressure. So swing it down the line. Flubbed a bit at third. Arcia has no throw, and first runner is aboard for the Titans here in the bottom of the first.
Solid piece of contact right there. That's tough for any third baseman to handle when it's hit that hard.
Now, is that an error or a hit? Like they're going to wait for the official score. What would you call it?
I mean, when it's right to somebody, I say you got to knock it down and make a play. But there you go.
Depends if you're a fielder.
Home field advantage. There you go. It's a hit. I like it. That's what I would want if I was the hitter.
Not if you were the third baseman.
Not if I was the third baseman.
Well, then again, you probably don't want the error on your record, right?
You're right.
Well, here's Caitlin Meyer, her first at bat. Meyer right down the street, Palm Bay Bayside. High school Golden Glove winner, but pretty handy at the plate. Batting .257, 3 runs, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs. Runner on first is Waldron. And she swings that one foul off to the right side. Count goes to 2-1.
You see Tina Velasquez working both sides of the plate. If I was an Eastern Florida hitter, I would just try to sit aside and go to work.
Okay. Pat on the shoulder of Meyer. High, pitch out. It's up and down, and then out at second is Waldron. So the base is now empty for Meyer. Do you like the aggressiveness here early in the game?
I do. It's early. Got to take your chances when it's this early in the game. She got a good jump, just the pitch out. Makes it hard for anybody to try to beat that.
Waldron does lead the Titans in stolen bases, so more often than not, she's going to make it. That's 6 coming in, but she's erased on the base paths.
Yeah, catcher has such an advantage on the pitch out. Sometimes it's tough.
Meyer digs in, payoff pitch on the way from Velasquez. That one's fouled off again.
As a hitter, you have to go into this pitch right here knowing that she's probably going to go right at you. 2 outs, nothing to lose, so I would stay ready.
Eastern Florida batting as a team, 286. So Badia wants that to rise up as you get closer to conference plays.
Nice.
Left side, trying to beat this out, unable to do so.
It's a great recovery by the shortstop right there.
And that will retire the side. So
Okay.
Meyer could not beat it out. 5-3 it goes.
She hits that ball hard. It just with the speed that she hit the ball, it doesn't give her much time to run down the base path. So the shortstop has a great opportunity to recover the third baseman and help her out.
So another look from our WFS crew. We got all the angles and bases covered here.
Take one more look at that play. Shortstop moves in the hole. Nice. She reads it well. Reads it quickly. Doesn't hurt that she's got a pretty strong arm too.
Which you know all about.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You moved to first in college. You don't have to throw much. You forget what it's like.
Or a shortstop in your days at O'Galley, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Woman of many traits.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
versatility is key, right?
Right, for sure. Growing up, it definitely is.
I was gonna call you.
Now we go to the top of the second. There's Jim Badia, his first season as the head coach, but not his first season in this sport. About 25 to 30 years experience at really all levels, professional, high Division I. He's been to the Women's College World Series with a couple of teams. It's a who's who, right? Auburn, Arizona State. Oklahoma.
Quite the resume.
Yeah, Tennessee. Pitch from Everett out of the strike zone. 1-0. He's not just a program builder, he's more of a program renovator. Two and 0. Batter Carly Beard, the catcher, takes a strike that time. On Inside Titan Sports a couple of weeks back, referred to himself as more of a renovation specialist. He flips programs, not necessarily builds them.
I like it.
So here he is trying to get Eastern Florida back to the top.
Good little changeup right there by Olivia Everett. You can definitely say these Daytona State hitters are patient, that's for sure. Lots of pitches.
Beard will wait on the 3-1. Takes a strike, goes full. The sophomore out of Orange City University High School leads the team in batting average at 550.
Solid.
That's why you're hitting in the 4-hole.
Yeah, I would say.
Take it foul, and then we'll do it again.
The ability for Olivia to change speeds, I think, on the hitters is what's huge in her success, and it just really keeps hitters off balance, and it has them have a really tough time sometimes putting a ball in place solid.
And first walk of the game issued by Olivia Everett, and Beard is aboard.
It's good patience by Carly Beard.
Riley Gore, sophomore utility player out of West Palm Beach, is next. Batting .381. 5 runs scored, does have a home run and 4 RBIs. So a danger player here in the 5-hole. Beard's the runner at first. Squaring to bunts, and bunts it straight back foul.
Maybe putting 2 and 2 together here. Daytona State does have majority sophomores in their lineup, so maybe that experience has them a little more calm in the box, able to see some more pitches, rather than a young Eastern Florida team, mostly freshmen.
When Jim Badia got here, he had just 4 players in the squad. So talk about having to do a recruiting job.
Yeah.
Certainly a lot to pick from, whether you're focusing just here in Brevard County or all of Central Florida, entire state. That's been the focus. 3 players from Brevard County on the roster, 7 from Central Florida. Plenty of talent to be had, as you know from your days.
Definitely. There's a lot of talent in the Central Florida area between here, Orlando, and everywhere in between.
Gore will take that one outside. So a bit of a bind here. Oh.
Up and out. I like it.
2 and 2 the count. Takes it low. So these Daytona State hitters are really working deep into the count here.
Definitely, they're letting Olivia throw a lot of pitches, which could be good and bad. Tough because they're going to see her a lot. So she's got a lot more game left.
Swung on, base hit, left field. Ganaway picks it up. Runners advance. Runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second.
Solid piece of hitting right there. Stayed back on a little spinner. Just knocked it right to left field.
Gore, who batting .381, we'll see that average move up. Trying to move the runners over here is Harper Robertson, and does the job.
Yep.
Trades the out for the advancement of both runners.
Smart move on Daytona's behalf. No outs, runners on first and second, just trying to get people in scoring position, because right now they have a lot of opportunities for success in getting a run across the plate, but it was nicely executed by Eastern Florida.
One away. Robertson does her job. And quickly fouled off by Lexi Shaw, who bats for the first time. Lexi Shaw, the outfielder. Another one of those sophomores. Batting .333. The Ducks on the pond here in the second. Outside a ball.
Some people might question the opportunity of having a slapper in the box right now, but the ability to have speed at the plate is huge because it can wreak a lot of havoc. Make a lot of things happen.
Back once more.
The one thing, though, you don't want your slapper to pop up right now. You want her to get a ball down. You want her to hit a ball on the ground, which is her job anyways. So really just trying to stay fundamental in that regard.
2-1 count to Shaw. And it will be grounded in the infield and everybody's safe.
It's tough. That split second. That's great base running right there at third base.
Pennington had to hold it up. It's one of the differences between baseball and softball. It make it tougher to be an infielder. That ball's on you in a hurry. You do not have time to really think. It's all got to be muscle memory and move it, right?
Absolutely. With the bases so close too, you don't have that time. It's got to be a quick peek and move on.
You got to think before the ball is hit.
For sure.
Gets away a bit from the catcher Diaz, but runners will stay. So base is loaded, one out. As Daytona State looking to open things up early here.
As a hitter, you have to approach this at bat knowing that there's a lot you can do to be successful, whether you pull a ball to the right side or hit a ball in the air somewhere. Let him tag up.
Fouled off the screen to the left. So Shaw is at first, or at second. Beard just feet away at third.
If Olivia can get a ground ball right here, that'd be huge. Either double play or play at the plate.
Popped
or
up.
That
We'll
works.
take that. 2 away. And Velasquez retired, couldn't help her cause.
Solid pitch right there. On the hands, that's a really hard pitch to get to as a hitter. Up and in, get you every time.
2 away, and it's down to Sydney Chester. Chester, the designated player, sophomore out of Ocala. She's batting .263, does have 1 RBI. You can get a couple of them here with a nice crank.
See your defense coming in. They're playing the hitter for sure.
Take a strike. Talking about being in a jam, should Eastern Florida get out of this, this is opportunity lost for the Falcons, no doubt.
100%.
Key moment in this game early on. And foul to the left. All 2 strikes.
Olivia Everett is doing a great job feeding the defense right now. Daytona State is putting the ball in play, but right to people for the most part.
Oh, caught the corner, strike 3. Second strikeout, and it ends the threat. They left all 3 on base, did the Falcons. Second strikeout for Olivia Everett, and the side's retired. We go to the home half of the second. So a couple of hits and 3 left on. It's time for Eastern Florida to maybe put a little pressure on, right? Is that what Coach Beatty is saying now? Hey, we need to get some good players on the base paths.
I think so, yeah. Just continue to be aggressive, and I would say get a ball over the plate. And if she's hitting those corners well, then you got to sit aside. You've got to sit inside. You got to sit outside. You can't hit both when she's painting the black like that. the plate is about 17 inches wide, and I think I used to try to cut it down into sections,
Okay.
so into thirds.
Like a piece of pie?
Like a piece of pie, exactly. I love pie, I love hitting, so it works. But it's hard to cover the whole plate, so you've got to just pick 2/3 of it and go to work.
Yep.
Don't miss.
Sabrina Manhart there in her 11th season, native of Pensacola, Daytona State alum. Her bachelor's at Bethune-Cookman. Was an assistant at Bethune. Coached at Seabreeze High School, so she's been in the Daytona Beach area most of her career. Had the team go 36-18 last year, 15-9 in the Mid-Florida Conference. Slower start this year, 6-6. But you see the quality they possess.
Nikki Pennington right now is, I would say, your hottest hitter for Eastern Florida. 444.
And that one high. Ball one. Pennington out of Bayside High. Just like Meyer. So 12 RBIs. She leads the team in that regard. Not in that situation now unless she puts one over the fence. Which she has done once so far this year. Pitch from Velasquez.
It's a good take.
2-1.
She's got 16 hits, I think, on the season right now, and she's got 5 for extra bases, so she's got some power.
Cranked straight up, out of play. Good battle here between Velasquez and Pennington. In on the hands, and strikes her out.
Up and in, tough one. Tough one to hit.
First strikeout of the game for Tina Velasquez. Velasquez, 27th strikeout of the season against just 6 walks.
You see Pennington's eyes get huge because it's coming up at her, but just not something she can handle on that one.
Goes back to the well to lead things off. To Abby Kendrick, designated player. Abigail, freshman out of Kissimmee, Osceola. Good take there. 182 on the season, 3 RBIs.
Yeah, she's only got 9 at bats, so it's pretty
Chance
good.
to prove herself.
Yeah.
One of many freshmen for Jim Badia. Takes again. So one thing when you've got a batter that's only got the 9 at-bats, there's not much of a scouting report, right? If you're a pitcher, you're just kind of...
Sometimes you're at the advantage as a hitter like that, too. They don't know yet.
You're not a known quantity.
No.
The 2-1.
Good take.
3-1.
It's going to be huge for Eastern Florida to let Tina Velasquez throw and just miss over the plate. They've got to be patient but aggressive at the same time and just be ready for the one that's missed over the white.
Fouled back. Luckily, finds the ground before a glove.
You can tell she's throwing pretty hard, too. I mean, a lot of the girls are late right now, and in a 3-1 count, you want to be early, if anything, I think. You know, they always say let the ball travel, and you should, but you got to be ready to hit.
Yeah, nothing wrong with pulling it.
Nope.
3-2. And let her go.
That's
so
a good
Kendrick's
eye.
aboard.
It's a good take right there.
So 1 out, 1 aboard for Alice Ganaway, the left fielder. Ganaway, freshman out of Clearwater, started Countryside High School. 2 for 3 in that 4-4 tie against Santa Fe. That was Titans' last game. Does have a home run.
Eastern Florida is just looking to string together some good at-bats here, get some runners on base.
Cranks it foul.
I like that.
Down that third base line. A couple of more inches to the right.
It's a
got
fair
something
ball.
good, yeah.
Maybe down the line for a double, triple, extra bases. But that's somebody who's ready to hit. Somebody who's maybe a little early right there. It's a good sign.
1-1. Ganaway lifts it foul once more. Just missed it. Former All-State outfielder while at Countryside High School. One of those players you want to build a program with. Runner at first is Kendrick via the walk. And this is going to be popped straight up. And taken by Lexi Shaw, the first baseman, and there are 2 away.
Good play by Shaw, just calling everybody off, making sure that it's her ball. Nobody should be near it. The pitcher should stay in the circle and just let her defense go to work.
Olivia Everett, the 7-hole hitter, but also the starting pitcher. Batting 111. Can help her cause here by moving a runner. Need a hit down to the final out of this second inning.
I think it says a lot about a pitcher who can hit, the ability to separate the two, her performance in the circle versus her performance in the box. It's a tough one, so props to her.
Cracked foul off the first base side. Out of play. Count even on Everett. Hopes to be an orthodontist after her playing career in college. Everett.
Solid career choice. Good take on the inside corner. That's what I was referring to earlier about being patient, just letting her miss a little bit. And, you know, if they try to force it, if they try to hit something, if they want it too much, kind of is how I would refer to it, as just not hitting strikes and trying to force something and rolling into an out or a ground ball.
I'm going to talk it over here with shortstop Demisha Charles. Is that a settle down thing or just maybe a strategy thing?
I would say probably just to settle down. Go out, talk to the pitcher for a second, have a good laugh. Always helps.
Strike 2. But the out is recorded at second. So second caught stealing. That one by Kendrick. And the side is retired with Everett at the plate. So after 2, got no score.
You see her trying to steal. Make something happen with 2 outs. Not a bad move because then they'll start the next inning back with Everett hitting. So maybe that was the game plan, but.
So no hits yet. Therefore, at least the Titans in that second. Didn't have the hit from Waldron in that first.
Demisha Charles looks a little banged up on that last play too. I think she got slid into.
Something we'll have to watch out. Never feels good.
No. When you make the out, though, it hurts a little less.
That's right. Adrenaline pumping a bit.
Yeah.
This inning will be 10-hitter Morgan Arcia to lead things off. Pullman and Maddox due up as well. As the order will turn over. As Everett will have her third inning of work. Again, this is the first of two. Obviously, you run a second pitcher out there for the second, but at the Division I level, you don't play as many doubleheaders, right? So
no, yeah, they've gotten away from it as much. You play some midweek, but on your weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's typically a one-game matchup.
Yep. So there's certainly a challenge in that, and having to be switched on really for 3-4 hours sometimes.
For sure, yeah. And your game plans change all the time. I mean, when you have a doubleheader, sometimes you might see 3-4 pitchers in a day, so it all just depends.
Swing and a miss.
See Olivia.
Pitcher warming up for Daytona. Taking a strike.
Chloe Ann Smith. She doesn't have many innings on the year. 9, I think, total. So she might come in relief at some point.
Sammy Pullman, actually, the batter here. Pullman struck out at her first at-bat.
I don't ever want to say you give away your first at-bat, but I think your second and third and fourth at-bats are really your opportunity to kind of change your approach and figure it out. Once you've seen the pitcher, you have a better idea how to approach your game plan.
3-2.
Solid.
That's by. Hit it hard and make it difficult for Crumblish. And the first runner here in the inning is aboard. Pullman now 1 for 2.
Solid piece of hitting by Pullman right there, staying back, letting the ball travel and just trying to hit it the other way.
There'll be a meeting of the minds inside the circle. Make sure everybody's on the same page how to approach as Maya Maddox will step in for the second time. Maddox flied out the second in her first at-bat.
I would imagine Coach Badia right now is just talking about how to get these next couple outs. I mean, when you have a hitter like Maddox up who can do a few things, has a few tools, you're just trying to figure out ways to get her out but also prevent runners from advancing and, you know, minimal damage right now. Damage control.
Conference over. Maddox, freshman outfielder. Everett delivers. Everybody stays home.
Squares around a bunt. You know that they're just trying to move batters right now, get people in scoring position.
Yep. Now Pullman does have 8 stolen bases, leads the team. So certainly a threat to run. I'm sure that's what Coach Badia was talking about.
There she goes.
She's off to the races. The throw is going to be a little late, and it gets by as well. So 9 stolen bases for Sammy Pullman. Fleet feet. Now you got a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Maddox on that one looked to have been protecting her too. A stolen base. When you can get your hitter to swing and swing a little bit late, it keeps your defense in their position a little bit longer, which throws them off balance.
That little split second
that
can help you get that jump.
That's all it takes.
2-1 to Maddox. She'll bunt, trying to move the runner to third, which she does. She retired at first as Maddox, but on to third with the speed is Pullman.
It's a great job right there. Great situational hitting. I'm not even sure if that would be necessarily considered a bunt or a slap attempt if she went to hit it fair or foul. But that's something that's up for debate, I would suppose. But she did a great job putting it in play, making something happen and moving Pullman up to third base. Demisha Charles can do a lot right now to be successful.
Demisha Charles, an interesting story. Coming to the U.S. from the Netherlands, a hotbed of softball. Think of the Dutch, you think of orange, think of windmills, good soccer teams.
Interesting to have her hit in the 3-hole right now, not having at bats yet.
Yeah, right. Should tell you something about her ability. Charles grounded out in the first inning to shortstop. RBI opportunity here. Just the one batter retired.
There you go.
Straight up the middle. Suicide squeeze does not work out.
Great heads-up play by the defense right there, and that's how we talked earlier just about that pre-pitch talk, that pre-pitch thought process of knowing what you're going to do if the ball's put in play and if it's put in play to you. So that was some great body awareness and great play awareness right there from Eastern Florida.
Charles reaches first. Fielder's choice.
There you see, puts the bunt down late, just like she should. Maybe just a little bit different positioning right there rather than back to the pitcher.
And then look, the next pitch, a hit. That would have been the run.
Name of the game right there. It's crazy.
Carly Beard is aboard for the second time.
A solid piece of hitting right up the middle right there by Beard.
Charles on to second, but 2 away now.
That's the one that makes you scratch your head sometimes as a coach. You're just like, dang it, missed it.
No. Missed it by
okay,
that much. Riley Gore.
First pitch changeup. Keeps those hitters off balance.
Riley Gore 1 for 1. Had that single in the second inning. Runners at first and second.
The ability to keep your hitters guessing is huge right now, and that's why Olivia Everett has been so successful. Just keeps them a little off balance. That's all it takes.
Charles at second, Beard at first. At the plate is Riley Gore. And she will send it to straightaway center field, and it's going to get over everybody. 1 run will score in the form of Charles. Here comes Beard. And it is 2-0 on the 2-out double from Riley Gore.
Great piece of hitting right there by Gore. Aggressive approach, stayed back, drove it right, center field.
Seemed like it sailed there on Garrison and Rodriguez a bit.
In the beginning, it looked like Garrison had a good beat on it,
Yeah,
but
then
just too far out of reach.
Harper Robertson now, still runner in scoring position, and now a 2-0 lead.
The ability for Olivia Everett to come back right now and shut the inning up would be huge right now for Eastern Florida. Minimize the damage, no more runs, would be huge.
Robertson swings and fouls it off to the right. Count goes to 1-2. So a big 2-out, 2 RBI double from Riley Gore. Difference in this one here in the early going. And that one handled by Pennington. And the side is retired, but 2 runs come across on 3 hits and 1 runner left. At the middle of the 3rd inning, it's 2-0. Now Eastern Florida up against it to answer, right? This is where you want to come back and have a say.
Right here's the 2-run double. You see just, oh, sorry, that was the last out.
That's okay. Important for Eastern Florida,
right,
for
right,
sure.
Yeah, that's a huge out right there.
Yeah.
Stop the inning.
Beautiful Tuesday afternoon here on the Space Coast on the campus of Eastern Florida State College. Looking over at Bruce Bochy Field, the baseball complex. A gem of the JUCO ranks in Florida in baseball. And this facility here, you've seen a lot of high-end facilities in your college career. This, for its level, for a 2-year school,
absolutely,
one
it's
of the
beautiful.
best.
It's beautiful, and the idea of having all the sports now together in the sports fields is crucial, I think. Brings the college together.
And here's the double.
Here's the 2-run double. See, she just stays back so nicely. Drives it right center field. We always would talk about in school going gap to gap. It's huge. Your ability to drive a ball in the opposite field, especially deep part of the park. That's where the extra bases are. Daytona State taking the field. Eastern Florida coming up for their at-bats.
And again, then 2-run hole. Plenty of time. Plenty of innings to work with. Leading things off for the Titans, Everett. She was at the plate at the end of the last inning when Kendrick was caught stealing.
Thrown out, yeah. Like to think it could have been part of the strategy for Everett to lead off again. Have a whole new at-bat, new pitches, clean slate. I know I never minded that as a hitter. You get, you know, a few extra pitches.
Yep.
Don't get counted against you.
Everett, 1-1. Yeah, they say nothing in life is free, right?
Yeah.
Except when you get the bat at the end of the inning and then the beginning of the inning.
That is the truth.
6 hits right now for Daytona, just the 1 for the Titans. That came back in the first when Waldron got aboard, but was subsequently thrown out on the base paths. Boy, high upstairs.
Asks for help.
Did not go.
I think that's a good call. Eastern Florida right now, their approach should just be to be patient and be aggressive, but just trying to put good at-bats together. I think that's going to be the big part. You know, if you can string some good at-bats together, you're going to have a really good opportunity and some chances to get some runs across the board. Just
straight back.
Yep.
Three and 2. Gotta come to her here. Just gets a piece of it, does Everett.
That was smart right there. That's a pitch you have to swing at. Got to protect. 2 strikes. You never know what the umpire's going to call. Don't let him take the at-bat out of your hands. So, way to just foul it off and move forward.
Another payoff coming from Tina Velasquez. And cranked to left field. Going to make the catch was Maddox. Had a long way to go and reels it in. And it's just a long out for the Titans as Everett retired.
Maddox had a good beat off the ball. right off the bat.
It's Brooke Diaz, her first at bat of this one. Diaz from Tampa area, Thanatasasa, played at the Bartolo High School.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yep. Sophomore this year, she was all Southern Conference last year. Just looking to get back into a rhythm, hitting 190. 2 runs, 2 doubles, and an RBI. Base is empty for Diaz. Takes upstairs, 2-0.
She looks really calm right now, really relaxed in the box. That's great at this point in the game. Don't want to force anything. You're only down 2 runs. You've got some time. It's not a time to press. Good.
Takes it again. So behind in the count is Velasquez. He's only conceded the 1 hit thus far. Walks her on 4 straight.
3-0 is typically your automatic take. I know I always had a little sense of fulfillment when coach would let me swing. I'd be like, okay.
3-0, okay, yeah.
But love it. Base runners, it's what's needed right now.
Diaz at first, and Heliana Rodriguez will bat for the first time. Outfielder out of Orlando's Lake Nona High School, swinging away on the first pitch. He's batting .250 with a run on a stolen base. Hopes to become a sign language interpreter after college.
What a talent. That's cool.
Yeah. On 1, and pops it straight up to short. Charles settles under, and there are 2 away.
That's only her 5th at bat of the season, so again, I think Eastern Florida is still trying to find their lineup, you know, the people that are going to take them far into the postseason and through the rest of the season. So I think it's cool. A lot of people are getting opportunities right now.
Back to the top of the order, Hannah Crumblish. A 2-out hitter and flies to third to end the inning. So Arcia able to glove it, and Titans are down. So just the walk to show for it. We'll take a break. 3 innings down. Titans trailing 2-0. Player in the order. That was great. Look, what am I doing? I know, just stand by. Let my thoughts finish up. Well, we remain here at the Titans softball complex after 3 complete, and now it's the point now you got to hold serve. You can't really allow many more runs because you're going to start running out of innings here. So glad to have you along. Alex Powers, I'm Jeff Radcliffe, got our entire Eastern Florida crew. We refuse to take breaks around here. 5 games, I believe, in 8 days among all sports. First softball contest.
Going to take a look again at that 2-run double that scored those runs for Daytona State. Off the bat, it looked like Garrison had a good read, but just too much for her, too far out of her reach. Got it in quickly, got it in well. Allowed Daytona State to take the 2-0 lead.
The pitch from Everett. It's 0-1 to Lexi Shaw.
She's living and dying right now with that spinner on the left side of the plate. Up and into lefties, up and out to righties, and they're chasing it. That's the one that was the 2-run double earlier, but
Shaw reached on the infield hit in the second. And well, not this time. Handled by Pennington. Right into her glove, one away.
great read by Pennington. It's huge right now at this point. You know what the hitters have from Daytona State. You know how Olivia's feeling on the day and what she's throwing, what her best pitches are. So for them to be in the right spot defensively is huge.
As Velasquez takes a ball, her second at bats, popped up to the pitcher. Back in inning number 2. From that left side of the plate. 2-0.
Everett's facing these hitters, like it was just mentioned, for their second time now and just trying to get them out differently.
Again, Pennington forced into action. Boy, fires a bullet over to first. Meyer gloves it, and they're 2 away.
Talked to Coach Badia before the game, and he mentioned how earlier just Everett is going to feed the defense, let her defense work behind her, and for her to have that trust in them is huge. For her to throw balls, for the hitters to hit, intentionally is huge. And the defense is doing it. They're executing the plays.
Sydney Chester, sophomore out of Ocala, struck out in the second inning. Back to bat for the second time. Take that one low, a ball.
First pitch off speed. You see Everett will do that pretty often.
Now, Everett and the Titans haven't had a 1-2-3 inning since the first, so that would be a good time. And this is going to be grounded to Waldron. Easy play to first and Meyer.
It's like you knew
their
that was
wishes
gonna
are
happen.
command. Yeah, amazing Kreskin. So the put out goes 4-3. No runs, no hits. And it remains 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
Here you have ground ball to Pennington, just being in the right place at the right time, staying down on the ball, working through it. Sometimes those routine plays, they'll get you. They're the hardest. I know I always had the hardest time with the balls right to me. So she did a really good job on that one.
It's an interesting point. You feel you're expected to make that play when it's
Absolutely.
right at you, and then you got to move for it. You can get a little style point with it, right?
For sure, for sure. You'll see sometimes like a lot of players like to work around the ball, so when it's hit right to them, you'll see them take a step to the side and kind of, we used to call it Rico Suave. So you try to be smooth with it. So smooth
Rico.
hands, smooth legs.
It's cool.
Yeah, it helps. It's the whole depth perception thing too. Like when something's coming right at you, you have a hard time.
Yeah, interesting. Huh.
Rico Suave.
Yeah,
we would
good.
say it as we were fielding too.
Former outfielder, I think. You just truck for wherever the ball is at, but I guess sometimes you want to take a step in
For sure.
and then have to chase back. Yeah.
Fly
yeah.
balls or the
Yeah.
line drives right over your head, right to you. Hard.
Yeah. Well, here's Mary Waldron. She's the only Titan to have gotten a hit here so far this afternoon. And that was caught stealing. I'll take a strike.
Ball is right over the middle of the plate. Sometimes you just got to swing.
No. Begging.
Can't be too picky yet.
And she's
She
2 for
hit
2.
that one. That was solid. Solid piece of hitting right there on a not so great pitch. That's impressive.
Well, Mary, who loves finding Nemo, just found her way on base twice. So, got a runner aboard with nobody out.
Coach called it.
Placer out. Yeah, leadoff is on.
She was his breakout player.
Taking it outside.
We talked earlier about being aggressive on the bases, and I think right now we're getting to the point where it's almost better just to be safe and, you know, let the plays develop. Don't try to force anything unless you have a dirt ball read here from the pitcher or a ball gets by. Those are the gimmies.
Meyer back in there. Strike on the inside, right the outside corner rather. Meyer, one of those hard-working freshmen, trying to help build this program. And swings at the off-speed, 1-2.
That was a hack. She wanted to hit that ball.
Well, Velasquez had other ideas. This plate word takes again, 2-2. Waldron on first. Two to Meyer, pops it up. Bit of an
Great
interference play, but making great plays is Shaw at first, right?
Yep, and great base running too by Waldron. Just being heads up and aware. We talk about it a lot, and I think sometimes it's overlooked. Just seeing the ball off the bat and having that first step is huge. Right there, it was right to her. So if she had one misstep, it would have been a double play.
Pennington now at the plate with one away. Titan shortstop swings and misses.
Pennington was hitting .444 coming into this game. I would say your most consistent, most dominant hitter right now on the Eastern Florida team.
I'd like to get one here. She's down in a hole 0-2.
It was funny too, as Coach Badia mentioned, Mary, I think Pennington got her feelings hurt a little bit. She said, hey, what about me?
Let me show you.
You gotta let your teammates shine sometimes.
That's right.
Mary's having a game.
That's a motivator, right?
It is, absolutely.
Talk about one player. That one up high, trying to get her to chase. Pennington too wise for that one. Waldron the player at first.
Good eye.
Oof. Lay off. Count evening at 2-2.
As a runner on first, right now you're looking for those mishaps from the pitcher. You're looking for a ball taking that downward plane, and even if the catcher fields it cleanly, if it's a bounce, that's something you can move forward on. Move up a base.
Going back to that little split second.
Yep.
Pop straight back out of play.
In this fast game, everything matters. Every step, every movement, every bounce of the ball, it's all important.
The 2-2. Try to get her to chase, and the count runs full.
Pennington looks calm. She looks like she's just seeing the ball well. She's nice and relaxed in the box, and that's always a good sign.
Making Velasquez work a bit here. Oh, good grab by Arcia onto first. That retires Pennington, but the runner moves on the play. 2 out, runner on second in Waldron. Fielder's choice.
Heads up play there by the third baseman. Waldron was moving forward, I think, on that pitch. It looked like she was stealing, and for the third baseman to have some awareness and know that she probably wouldn't get the out at second is huge.
Good glove. Now Kendrick trying to do something about this. Has a runner in scoring position, but 2 away. Walked in her first at bat back in the second inning. Ball and a strike.
2-out single would be perfect right now. Score a run. Keep the inning alive. Momentum Eastern Florida's way.
Keep the spirits up in the dugout.
Yep. It's a good take.
2-0. Abigail. Well, many players on this team are fan of The Sandlot, the movie.
It's a classic.
It is.
How could you not be?
Her favorite quote, not inspirational, just, "You're killing me, Smalls."
I hope she has the t-shirt that goes along
That's
with
all.
it.
It is a good t-shirt.
I think my dad has it.
A lot of good baseball, softball movies.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to say my favorite's probably like Field of Dreams. I used to
it's
love that
classic. I go with Bull Durham.
one. Oh, hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Can't beat that.
Any minor leaguer will tell you that's the way it is.
There's lots of good one-liners in that one
isn't there?
that
Yeah.
can't be repeated
A lot of
right now.
good things that could go on a t-shirt, though. Come
yeah,
on,
you're
meat.
right. You're right.
Yeah. Runner on second here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now 3 outs as Kendrick goes down swinging.
Solid pitch right there. You see Kendrick just pulled off a little bit, just missing the ball over the plate.
No runs, a hit, 1 left on at the end of 4. Titans still trailing 2-0. 2-0. Daytona State in the driver's seat. They'll bring back the top of the order here as we go to the 5th. Spirits up, though, for the Titans. Getting closer and closer. It's all about linking hits, right? So you got to get it where
Hits
it's
are contagious.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally believe that. There you saw the nice first single of the inning right there by Waldron. I think left field is her favorite place right now. Seems to be her best friend. But she took an outside pitch and just muscled it through, and I think it's really important right now. Velasquez is throwing a really good game. She's throwing a gem. 2 hits, both by Waldron, and I'd say right now Waldron has her number, and she should share it with the rest of the team. Pass it along. But yeah, hits are contagious.
Now Everett will begin her 5th inning of work. And coming to the plate, Sammy Pullman for the 3rd time, a strikeout victim in the 1st, singled, stole a base and was put out at home plate on the squeeze back in the 3rd. 2 runs came across anyway in that inning. Could have been a much bigger inning had that not happened.
Absolutely. Seen a lot of good defensive plays, both routine and just being in the right place at the right time.
9 stolen bases so far for Pullman, the Ormond Beach native. So didn't have to go far to start her college career out of Seabreeze High School. Upstairs, 2-0. So just what you want if you're a leadoff hitter, right? Be ahead in that count.
2-0 is a great count to hit in right now. Statistically, it's one of the best. 0-0, 2-0. Really good hitters counts. That's the one.
This is popped up right center. Handled by Rodriguez. 1 away.
Towering shot right there, but by Pullman, just missed it.
So leadoff batter retired. Maya Maddox will step in as we look at the
Pullman just missed that ball right there to right center field, but Rodriguez had a really good beat on it. Makes a nice, easy play.
Maddox first pitch swinging in foul play, and there are 2 away as Crumblish will squeeze the glove on it.
You'll notice Everett gets a lot of fly balls. It's because that spinner she keeps throwing, it's up in the zone, and hitters, they just miss it. They're just a little bit underneath it. It just nicks the top of their bat, and you get a pop-up, whether it's fair, foul.
Demisha Charles, her
First
third
pitch
at bat.
changeup, love it.
Keep him guessing.
It shows her confidence too, I think, in her pitches, her ability to go right at a hitter with that off-speed pitch. It's important.
Charles officially 1 for 2, or actually 0 for 1, because the reach on a fielder's choice in the third. Came around to score though. Grounded out in the first. Is Everett behind or ahead in this count, 0-2. Tried to get her to sneak one by her, that didn't work.
Maybe get her to bite a little bit. That's not a bad waste pitch right there. Just give her something in the dirt, make her see something at a different spot. You know, she came first pitch changeup, then the last pitch, Charles just missed. So you want to give her something not to swing at. Solid.
Give her
Came
that
back
one
with a changeup.
right to Pennington. And 1, 2, 3 go the Falcons. So back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings.
Smart pitch calling right there.
6-3. The side is retired. And the Titans will go to the home half of the fifth with the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Ganaway, Everett, and Diaz.
You'll see Charles with a changeup right there, Everett, and then Charles just misses. Just off balance. Pennington makes a nice play at shortstop. Again, that routine play, but kind of runs through it a little bit, keeps her feet moving. Looks good. The key for hitting somebody who throws a little bit of a spinner and a little bit off speed, I think, would just be to let the ball travel, try to hit it the other way. Whereas on the opposing side, Velasquez, you know, she throws hard. She goes right at your hitters. She'll throw you on the inside corner, so I would say be aggressive on her. Be aggressive, try to get your barrel out.
Oh, good day to be up on the scaffolding, huh? Get a little deeper into the calendar year, you'll be frying up there, pal.
Get a good tan.
Been there, done that. So glad to have you along. I'm Jeff Ratcliffe, joined by Alex Powers. Recently of Florida State fame, but began the career in O'Galley. Former Commodore. It's always to say they struggled since Lionel Richie left, but not when you were playing. Ganaway to start things off.
That's a good take right there. Ganaway down 2 runs, first pitch of the at bat. You don't want to force it. You let the play come. You let the play develop. Don't want to swing at a ball on the corner like that.
Chops it to the left side. Arcia throws on to first. Got her. 5-3. Ganaway retired. Olivia Everett will come back to the plate. Her second at bat. Had an at-bat on either side of an inning. Second and third. Retired on the fly out. Takes the pitch. 1-0.
Everett has a good opportunity to help herself out right now, out in the circle. Again, that's a good take. Don't want to force it. Ball down and in. Probably paint it on the black part of the plate and just not something you can hit hard somewhere. Good choice by Everett.
The 1-1. Now behind. One away here in the bottom of the fifth. Titans have have not won at home here this season. Just the 2 games played and a bunch of them coming up. So first of 6. Right up the middle, mishandled a bit by Velasquez. The race on to first, and she beats it out. So pitcher against pitcher, and Everett is aboard.
Good job by Everett finishing the play. I think sometimes as hitters, it's so easy to see, oh, it was hit right to her. You know, take a little bit off our run, but she hustled and was safe. Here we see it from a different angle. You see, I think Velasquez thought it was almost hit a little bit harder than it was. Those will get you. They'll trick you a little bit. So she just mishandled it and allowed Everett to get aboard. Third hit of the game. Now from a second Eastern Florida player, which is nice.
Diaz will step in for the second time. Walked in the third. A little chit-chat between Arcia and Velasquez. Quickly remedied, and Sam Hall checking the book. Opportunity here for the Titans here in the fifth. One on, but one way.
Base runners. They just need base runners right now. Good at bats, string them together, get some things happening, make Daytona State feel a little pressure.
Take that one. Right down Broadway, a strike.
Right now it's important for those Eastern Florida hitters to be aggressive early in the count, because come the 6th, maybe the 7th, maybe the 6th, definitely the 7th, they're going to want to be a little more selective and not so aggressive. They're going to want to let Velasquez throw a little bit and kind of dig herself in a hole and not try to force it too much. So this is their opportunity to be aggressive and make something happen early in the count.
Count even 1-1 to Brooke Diaz. Swing and a miss. All 2 strikes. Diaz lists some other talents in addition to softball, plays guitar and rides longboard. Perfect for living here in the Space Coast.
Yeah, definitely.
So many good waves to ride.
Guitar, that's awesome.
Takes it outside a ball. Renaissance woman, well-rounded.
Gotta love it.
So 2-2 from Velasquez, popped straight back. I'll do it again.
Diaz is on it. She wants to hit right now. She doesn't want to let balls go by. Doesn't want to be walked. I don't mind it.
2-2 again, fouled off, wasting another pitch is Brooke Diaz.
Velasquez hasn't shown much of an off-speed pitch, at least not very often, not something that I would be concerned with as a hitter. So, I mean, I would just tell him to be ready. Be ready for this missed pitch on the plate somewhere. Be ready for something close.
Calling time is Diaz.
When you can eliminate pitches from a pitcher's repertoire, you're good. I think you can have a lot more opportunities for success.
Haley Perfetta is the pinch runner at first.
Gotta swing.
And now there's just one out to work with as Diaz watch that one.
Name of the game, can't be too selective with 2 strikes. Umpires, zones start to widen up, or maybe that's just the pitch on the corner. There's no telling, but you just can't put it in their hands.
Third strikeout for Velasquez. Eliana Rodriguez in for the second time. Fly it out on the infield. First time up. Down in the hole 0-1. Good contact. Watch out. If you're running camera along third base. Is that John Bober over there? Oh, my.
I do give Eastern Florida a lot of credit for Velasquez, who's a primarily strikeout pitcher.
Head on a swivel, boys.
Oh, yeah. Velasquez is a primarily strikeout pitcher, and they've been putting a lot of balls in play. So.
That was a first of 5 live televised softball games this season here on WEFS. We've got 5 baseball games coming your way. We're still not even done with basketball, as each of those teams in the running to win their conferences. Taken high. Oh, the appeal gets her. And Rodriguez is down for the count. 4th strikeout for Velasquez in this game. So the runner left on base. And that's all she wrote. So Everett gets the infield single. And her pinch runner can't advance. Profeta. So it remains 2-0. And the odds continuing to go up as far as getting a victory in the first game of this doubleheader if you're the Falcons of Daytona State College. Daytona State 6-6, yet to play a conference game. Where last year had 36 wins under Sabrina Manhart. Coming off losses to Manatee Sarasota. 9-3 and 4-3, and there's a look at Jimbadia, who is styling and profiling on the shorts. Does have a personality in him. Did talk about on Inside Titan Sports about for Halloween had everybody come out to practice in costumes. One of those costumes was a 9-foot inflatable hippo. He came out dressed as a mermaid. And then for Secret Santa for Christmas got an Ariel from the Little Mermaid figurine.
That's awesome.
Makes sense. He graduated from Ohio University, which if you don't know is known for the biggest Halloween party like in the town of Athens, Ohio. Everybody dresses up, so I'm wondering if that's where it came from. We'll have to ask him.
I love it.
Just many years ago, he'll tell you. Carly Beard down the line, foul ball, but just barely. Former player at Orange City University. I believe they're the Titans as well. University High.
Nice pitch. Nice off-speed pitch right there on the outside corner. Just keeps her a little bit off balance, which is all you need. That's a big out, too. Beard's leading the team with a .550 average coming into this game.
Goes down swinging. Or goes down on strikes.
There she goes. Back-to-back changeups. I love it. Never 3 in a row, though, right? We'll see.
See if she tests your theory. 3 strikeouts now for Everett. There's Gore.
Nope.
Even things up. Nope.
Never 3. The ability, though, for a pitcher to go back-to-back changeups and just feel so confident in it.
Yeah, you gotta be brave.
Oh, absolutely. And it keeps you thinking as a hitter all the time.
Like, oh, they're willing to do that. Is it coming at my head next?
Exactly.
Crunches it up into the air. Coming on is Ganaway, and the left fielder makes the play. They're 2 out.
Again, you see that fly ball out. That's going to be where Everett lives. Majority pop-ups right now. That spinner that she's throwing, that little curve ball, little rise ball with a changeup. Just missing bats.
Harper Robertson, second baseman on. She'll foul it straight back. Chance at a play here. And making the catch is Diaz, and 3 straight 1-2-3 innings.
Good heads-up play right there by Diaz.
So side retired, or the home half of the 6th, where it remains 2-0 ball game. Well, first game of 2. The second one won't be televised, FYI. There's the play there being made by Diaz.
Immediately Diaz knew it was up, and the help of Everett and your first baseman right there, Myers, just allows her to find the ball, see it right off the bat. That always makes it a little bit easier on the catcher, who is wearing a mask the whole time, so vision's blocked.
Velasquez back out for 6th inning of work. Now it's where you make your money as a coach. This is where you start making some decisions to change the fortunes of the game.
Absolutely. I think, you know, heading into your second at bat, going around and stuff, you know who's had good at bats throughout the game and who's seeing it well, and maybe who's struggling a little bit, allows the opportunity for maybe a pinch hitter coming off the bench, and a new opportunity. So
some members of our crew stationed around the Titan softball complex. We were hoping to bring you some of these games last year, but some issues trying to get television, the stadium ready for television wasn't done in time. So, but we're here this year for 5 of them. Beautiful facility. And a strike to start things off for the Titans. And Crumblish will be retired for the 3rd time.
5 outs left in the game right now. I would say Eastern Florida wants to try to get deep in counts. They want to let Velasquez throw. They want to make her work a little bit and earn her outs, kind of, is the mentality and the approach right there. Make her work, make her earn it. You're only down by 2.
Well, the hottest hitter in this game for the Titans is up, 2 for 2, Mary Waldron. Can she make it 3 for 3? The amazing Kreskin is Jim Badia, so look out for her. Waldron again out of St. Augustine. Heading the count 1-0. Swings.
Oh,
and it's
there
over
she
the head
goes.
of the right fielder, Pullman.
Will she get 3?
She's going to gun for 3 and will be in standing with a leadoff, or I guess 1-out triple.
Have yourself a day, Mary Waldron. That's awesome. Stays back on the pitch and just drives it the other way.
Now I'll have to talk things over with the Falcons. Boy, 3 for 3, Mary Waldron. It was 2 for 3 with 2 runs versus Santa Fe.
Let's take a look at this triple right here by Mary Waldron. Beautiful piece of hitting. Right fielder right there. Doesn't get a good beat on the ball. Pullman, first step kind of in, and then gets beat over her head, but great job. Way to stay back, Mary Waldron. The ability to go opposite field with some power is huge. There's a lot of base hits, a lot of extra base hits that way.
Yeah.
Left field, left center used to be my best friend.
Uh-huh. That's a long throw to
Absolutely.
the 3rd from right field. There's Caitlin Meyer with the first run of the ball game for the Titans, so tantalizingly close.
The ability for Eastern Florida to put a run across the board right now is going to be huge. Could be a game changer at this point. Get momentum going their way.
Meyer swings away, puts it foul. Count will leave it at 1-1. Meyer 0 for 2.
I said it earlier too. I think as a hitter, if you approach the at-bat knowing that there's a lot you can do to be successful right now, you have a lot greater opportunity to get it done. Ground ball to the right side, fly ball, base hit.
Straight back.
I found that the more you can think about ways to kind of help the team, the more your approach and your mindset changes, which in the end is pretty beneficial to both parties.
Runner at 3rd is Waldron. The 1-2 to Caitlin Meyer. Drills
That'll do
it to
it.
the gap in left center. This will score the run. Meyer to second, standing up with an RBI double here in the 6th.
That was a shot. I think she was ready for that pitch.
I think so.
Let's take another look at that stand-up double by Meyer. Right off the bat, we knew. That's a great piece of hitting right there in the left center field gap, and that's what we talked about earlier with Velasquez. I mean, she throws hard, but she throws a lot of strikes, and just knowing that as a hitter, knowing that you have to be ready, knowing that she's going to miss over the plate, and just you have to be prepared. When she misses, you can't.
And it goes back to what you're saying about hitting being contagious. You want to chain these things together, because now you're just switching places. You're putting a runner in scoring position on the base pass when you hit an extra base hit like that. So
Absolutely.
It's the RBI opportunity for the next person up.
Absolutely. Changing the momentum, and good things happen when the momentum is on your side. It's hard to stop a team when they're up.
Now, Sabrina Manhart make a switch at pitcher. So Velasquez is done. Don't want to let this get away.
Michelle Moore coming in to throw for Daytona State. I'd say her and Tina Velasquez are probably your 1-2 punch, holding the majority of the innings. Michelle averages about 4 strikeouts a game too, so I would assume a little bit more balls are going to be put in play with her. The difference between a strikeout pitcher and a pitcher that, you know, throws a lot of ground balls, a lot of fly balls, is I think just kind of like the power that they have. So you have Velasquez who throws hard and can paint the corners, and then you have somebody who is, there you go, throwing the ball over the plate a little bit, allows it to get hit a little bit harder, but you take your chances, you pick your poison.
Michelle Moore, 1-4, 5.6 ERA, 15 innings pitched. At least that's what I've got on my stat sheet. But
So
on in
far.
relief.
I think the notable thing is she's got 29 hits given up in 15 innings, which, I mean, again, she throws a lot of strikes. She stays around the zone, and she probably stays near the plate. So she's not going to strike you out as much as she is going to just make you miss hit the ball.
Sophomore from Germantown, Wisconsin. In the jam here to put out the fire. Titans with their 4th and 5th hits this inning, their first run. And at times this season, Eastern Florida's had the flair for late game heroics. This will be popped up and put out in foul play. Morgan Arcia.
Great defensive play by Arcia, just knowing the situation, knowing that your catcher right there has a hard time getting out of her stance, and your pitcher is probably not going to catch that ball. Good aggression, good heads-up awareness, everything about it.
Brings up Abby Kendrick with 2 out. Runner on second. Represents a tying run, just got away.
What'd you say earlier,
Little
head on a
nerves.
swivel?
Yeah, nerves. Kendrick 0 for 1, had the walk back in the second, then caught stealing. Takes it low. Always a challenge. You finally have gotten used to one pitcher, and then they change it on you. Now you're kind of on your heels a bit.
Going back to pitch sequences, though, how we talked about earlier with Everett, for her ability to throw two changeups in a row. If you look at the last 3 pitches, it was inside, outside, inside. Pitchers don't often go to the same place multiple times, and when a pitcher learns that they can be successful going inside, 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 the game starts to change.
2-1 on Kendrick.
Good pitch, tough one to hit. It's a nice corner right there.
Strike away from getting out of the jam is Moore.
2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. The infamous twos. Actually, I think they're pretty good luck.
Inside. Count runs full. Payoff pitch on its way to Kendrick. Osceola Cowboy with a K. From Kissimmee. Inside.
Ball 4.
Ball 4. So take the base. So now you've got the go-ahead run on base.
Right as that pitch crosses the plate, Kendrick should know that it's a ball. Got to have that awareness, the game awareness, just everything that comes with it.
Pinch runner is going to be Savannah Garrison.
As a hitter, you're thinking that you're swinging at anything close, protecting that plate. 3-2, she's probably going to come right at you. Runner on second, big situation, tying run at second. She's not going to give you something super, super fat in the zone to hit, but so when it's a ball, you just got to say thank you, take your base.
Ganaway's due, 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. Ganaway with 4 RBIs this season. You get one, maybe 2 here. Swings and there's a strike 1. Moore is trying to put out the fire after allowing the walk. Fist at foul. And Meyer at second. 1 run already in Waldron.
Michelle Moore has done a great job coming into this game, throwing strikes, letting the hitters put the ball in play and try to make something happen in the circle.
Boy, comes inside and able to turn on it, but it's foul. Still 0-2, so now you've really got to be a defensive hitter here.
Definitely. She's kind of coming at her too, and she's swinging at everything right now.
Protect the
Ganaway,
plate.
yeah. Ganaway sees that inside pitch and just tries to fight it off when it's not even necessarily a strike.
Again. Quick hands.
4 times in a row.
If you're Moore, do you set her up on the outside now, have her thinking in?
Yeah.
There's going to be Ganaway looking for that.
I don't know if she's looking for anything right now, honestly. I think she's just trying to be protective.
Grounds it, foul.
She's pulling everything. What?
Oh.
I'm not exactly sure.
Hit her bat a second time, it appears. I'm sure our replay will get to the bottom of things, but the common denominator is sides retired, and is Coach Badia looking for the explanation.
I think the question will be whether or not she was still in the box. See, Coach Beatty is a little confused there too.
Now, how does that go in the scorebook? Is it a foul out?
You know, I'm not.
Not something you see every day.
No. What happens when a slapper slaps and is out of the box? Is it almost like an error on their behalf?
I don't know.
Wonder if the umpire's going to get some help here.
I just asked Mike Parsons, the score keeper, and just a question mark in his book. He doesn't know how to score it. So.
Just confused. We're just confused.
Well, it's an out. Know that. I'll put a question mark as well.
Let's see what happened there.
Let's slow it down. It looked like it hit her bat twice. Was she in the box? Yeah.
She was still in the box. I would question it. I would challenge it. Because once you're out of the box, I mean, obviously the ball can't touch you. You can't double hit the ball, nothing. But, I mean, she was still planted.
Yeah, if you're out of the box, you're out.
If you're, absolutely.
But you have to work to make that happen.
Yeah,
Hit
for
yourself.
Sure. That's just bad luck. And Daytona State, I think, caught a break right there. Tough situation, got out of it that way. Heading into the 7th right now. Daytona State has an opportunity to put a couple more insurance runs on the board.
Yeah, well, here, Olivia Everett has retired the last 10 batters she's faced. Lexi Shaw will look to put an end to that. Set the infield hit back in the second, officially 1 for 2. Sophomore steps in. So Everett going to try to go the distance here, going opposite field, foul ball.
Everett's ability to just continue to keep the hitters off balance is huge. If I was Daytona State, I'd try to be sitting on a pitch, either a spinner or that changeup, and try to go to work.
Ooh, inside. Ball 1. Everett has really settled in here in the latter few innings. Got her to swing at that one.
Good pitch right there. I think that was a changeup. Looks like she's throwing a flip change too, which is nice because it gets that tough backspin, which makes it hard for any hitter to hit square.
This will be handled by Robertson. Safe at first. So the string of 10 retired goes by the wayside. Shaw on with her second infield hit. Shaw with some wheels.
Gonna take a quick look at that play real quick. Your only play as a second baseman on that one is to try to charge as quick as you can. You have no chance at getting her if you stay back on the play. Too fast.
Foul ball.
That's the thing with slapping. You have to eliminate the steps. The longer you wait for the ball to come to you, or the more steps you take, the more steps they take too. As a hitter, as a runner. Speed kills in this game.
So the pitcher Moore for the first time hitting. So into Velasquez's spot in the lineup.
Another pitcher who can hit. I like it.
Takes that one outside, a ball.
You just don't see that as much.
Yeah, and by my count, has not had an at-bat until now this year.
Nice. So. Throw her into the fire.
Puts that one foul. And battling here against Olivia Everett. No outs, 1 on the infield hit by Shaw. Moore, the pitcher. Behind in the count. And there's strike 3, a tip into the glove. 4th strikeout for Olivia Everett. There's 1 away.
Great job by Diaz behind the plate, holding on to that pitch. Tough one. It could be very easy to let that ball go and just go foul, because Moore got a piece of it.
Sydney Chester, designated player, 0 for 2. Make that 0 for 3. Trying to double it off at first, but a little too quick back there was Shaw.
Good play by Rodriguez, just knowing again the situation, the pitcher and the hitter at that point. You had to slap her up, so your outfield was playing shallow, and just Everett continues to feed the defense. It's huge.
Rodriguez with the put out. Now we'll have a conference inside the circles. We go back to the top of the order. The danger hitters, Pullman and Maddox on deck, Charles in the hole. Again, the shorts. Hey, it's a game, right? Don't want to take it too seriously.
It's the struggle, huh?
He's ready to play 18.
Yeah.
After. He's going to be mad at us.
I think his shorts add character.
Yeah.
They're cool. I would.
Yeah, these days, you want to. The players want to have fun with it, right? It keeps everybody loose, and
1,000%.
When you're
have to stay comfortable.
You're coming to practice in a mermaid outfit. Oh, it's all bets are off.
It makes it fun, you know.
Yeah.
Good little show me pitch right there by Everett. Just give him something in the dirt. It's Pullman's, is it her 4th at bat right now?
Yes.
So
it does have
she's seen Everett quite a few times at this point.
Fouled back, chance to make the play. Nope.
See, Diaz had no idea where that ball went on that one. Looks like something got in her eye.
That's never good, especially if you're wearing contacts.
Yeah, that's rough. On that, it's important for your pitcher, your first baseman, and your third baseman to take charge and just kind of, point, show that, help your catcher. Obviously, when you have something in your eye, it kind of hurts your situation, but you've got to help her out, show her where the ball is. I don't know how people play with contacts. I give them props.
Yeah. I have the old flip shades. I used to have those.
Growing up, my best friend had glasses, and when it would rain,
that's the worst.
it was, yeah.
Base hit. Her second hit.
Great piece of hitting right there by Pullman. I mean, it's her 4th time seeing Everett in the box, and I mean, you're bound for success.
Shaw to second. Again, 2 away. Again, you're getting into that heart of the order. Maya Maddox now is 0 for 2. Did have the sacrifice in the 3rd. And we'll take that one outside a ball. So Shaw now at second. Pullman at first.
Oh, he called it a strike.
Oh, did he? Mm-hmm. At the inside corner. Not that one, though. So it is 1-1.
As Everett approaches these hitters who have seen her multiple times now, it's going to be crucial for her to use the very corners of the plate, try and get a call.
Yep.
Smart. Her and Diaz can work together, try to widen the zone a little bit. You push your limits, you throw one right off the plate, and then the next pitch you try to go a little further. See how far the umpire is willing to go. It's always the most frustrating as a hitter.
Ball 2 strikes on Maddox.
Good piece.
Fouls it out of the stadium. Maddox, a freshman, came in batting .238. 2 RBIs coming in. Boy, one here would be big.
I got a message from the outside. Apparently, that is ruled a 2 unassisted. The double hit earlier.
Okay. 2 unassisted.
Apparently. Good battle right now by Maddox. Just trying to fight off pitches until she gets one she likes. But props to Everett for going right at her.
The 1-2. Trying to get her a chase upstairs. Nothing doing.
Good. More show me pitches. Balls around the zone. Try to change their eye level.
2s across.
2s, lucky 2s.
And 2 on as well. And fouled straight back out of play.
Maddox continues to fight. I like her aggressive approach. As a slapper, you might think that she might try to punch one through, but she's swinging. She's swinging hard. You see the outfield gives her a little bit more respect on this, acknowledging the fact that she's taking a hack.
Outside, the count runs full. Everett trying to get out of this.
See Everett trying to expand the zone a little bit, working really on that outside corner.
And it's going to be knocked to Waldron, over to first, and the side is retired. No runs, a couple of hits, and 2 left. And it remains a 2-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Everett's done a really good job just keeping those hitters off balance, letting them hit the ball, but just really trusting that defense. Going to take a look at that last play, last out of the inning. See Maddox is ready. She's been ready to swing the whole time. Just rolls over a little bit on that outside pitch. A little bit early, but really good play by your second baseman right there, Waldron. Waldron's having a day.
Daytona looking to see out their 7th win of the season here, so get set to play a second after this one. Television coverage will end, unfortunately, but gives you a chance to come on out here to the Titan softball complex, see the second one. Maybe a non-conference game, but when you got two schools, you know, in what, an hour and a half of each other up I-95, this can develop into a little rivalry. And some of the sports here at Eastern Florida, they are in the same conference.
In warm-ups right there, it looked like Michelle Moore is trying to spin a little bit of a screwball or a rise ball. I don't know if you guys know, but they have a very similar rotation, grip on the ball, all that kind of stuff, release. So they're kind of one and the same.
Well, some work to do here. Bottom of the order coming up, Everett, Diaz, and Rodriguez scheduled to hit. Need a run to tie and force extras. Just get two and win it. And going right at it and fouling it off is Olivia Everett.
We talked earlier about Eastern Florida being a little bit more selective with their pitches as we approach the later innings in the game, but with being one run within tying the game, you want to be aggressive. You want to have that opportunity to change the game at this point.
One laying down the bunt.
Double hit.
But that was...
That one, she was out of the box.
Yeah.
I do agree. So now it goes. Now we know it goes down as a 2 unassisted.
We've got two of those in one game.
Weird. We didn't even know what happened.
And now no less. I'm back-to-back batters.
Yeah. Oh.
Because it happened again away in the last inning.
That's unfortunate.
All right. Need to get stats people. Check that. Has that ever happened?
Make sure we're accurate on that.
Yeah.
But going back to my earlier point, it's important right now, and it's crucial to be ready to change the game with that one swing. I mean, we talked about it. You're playing for one pitch sometimes and one opportunity, and this is it. You can change it with one solid hit, one solid swing.
Michelle Moore going right at Brooke Diaz. Diaz just 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. We'll take that one, 2-1.
Michelle Moore continues to paint that inside corner.
We're in line for the save here. Tying run at the plate. Boy, another weak foul.
Good play by the first baseman.
And now there are 2 away. Titans down to their final out here in this first of 2 against Daytona State.
That's a good play by Shaw. Those balls come off the bat a little bit weird when you get fisted like that. The spin is sometimes a little tough, but for her to stay with it and stay through it and make a tag, solid.
And we'll have a pinch hitter, Karina McCarver.
Saves are one of my favorite stats. It would be as a pitcher.
Well, they call it what, the fireman? I mean, that when you're...
Yeah, for sure. It speaks volumes.
That means you're clutch.
Yeah. Coming in for relief, I think that's really cool.
Karina McCarver coming in as a pinch hitter for Ziliana Rodriguez. McCarver batting 100 out of Merritt Island. Our hero, Lauren Chamberlain.
I know her.
One of your teammates, right?
I know her. She's decent. She's decent at softball.
Former Oklahoma Sooner.
I think she holds a record. Does that sound familiar? Does she hold a record? NCAA career home runs or something?
That's right, something like that. Boy, a home run would help the cause here, McCarver.
It sure would.
2 RBIs in that game against Santa Fe, so she was the late hero. She's got this in the blood and in the DNA.
That's what she lives for, right? You thrive in these moments. And as a pinch hitter, I gotta say, sometimes it's nice coming off the bench. I mean, it's tough. You haven't had any at-bats yet, but, I mean, you're just swinging. You're just taking hacks. She gets fisted on that one on the inside corner. Moore and Velasquez both do a good job of kind of throwing at the hands as a hitter, and I mean, it's tough because it's very attractive as a pitch. Your eyes get big, you get excited, but it's a really tough one to put some barrel on.
2-1. Trying to get something going here. Down to the final out. Oh, takes a strike on the inside corner. Now down to the final strike.
Go down. We go back to the twos. The lucky twos. Let's see what happens.
Got it full. So the payoff on the way. Last ditch effort here for the Titans in this one-run ball game. Need to get a runner aboard. The minimum here. Fouled into the dugout.
As a pinch hitter, this is what you want. You want to see pitches, as many as you can. Hope that Michelle Moore misses at some point over the plate and allows you to get some good barrel on the ball.
More of the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. This one's over. Daytona State holds on. 2-1 the final score as McCarver struck out to end it. Take a quick timeout, come back, wrap this up, and have a quick conversation with the head coach before game number 2. You're watching Titans softball on WEFS.
Join us for the second annual Backyard Barbecue Blues and Brews Cook-Off and Family Fest on Saturday, February 24th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the Melbourne campus of Eastern Florida State College. Sample food from teams of amateur cooks competing for cash prizes, trophies, and bragging rights. Plus, enjoy bluegrass music by Penny Creek Band and a Kid Zone. For more information, contact the EFSC Alumni Association. All proceeds will benefit the EFSC Foundation Student Scholarships.
Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, ride with me. Now you're on your way, like it.
Back in Melbourne, Titans come up just a run short in this first game of a doubleheader, losing to Daytona State College 2-1. A lot of positives to take. Olivia Everett played well behind the plate, retired 10 at one point. Head coach of the Titans is Jim Badia. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Sure.
I know it's always tough, especially in between games and then off of a tough defeat. What are the positives you take from this one, though?
Oh, I'm real happy with the way we played. We have, I think we showed to everyone on TV and on the World Wide Web that we're a legit team. We're getting better, and we're playing a lot of one-run games, but I'm happy we didn't make any errors. We got great pitching, and we've always talked about, as a team, our focus, if we want to make it to Utah, if you look, the teams that make it to the Nationals have great team ERAs and great fielding percentage. So we're there, and I've always said from day one the strength of this team is going to be hitting. So I know we'll get it. We'll make some adjustments, and we'll be fine. Our goal is to qualify to the state tournament through the how we finish in conference. So I think the way we played today, we got a legitimate chance.
Coach, your bats came alive later in the game. What's going to be your offensive game plan heading into game 2? What do you want to see from your hitters?
Well, it was funny because we talked about it before the game. We said if we look at our score by innings, and we're a totally different team in the second half of the game. Mm-hmm. So our goal was to do a better job in the first half. I think what we've got to do is the theme of that game was making adjustments as hitters. We wanted different results from our at-bats, so we have to come up with a different approach. But we won the second game last time we played them. We're expecting good pitching. And I've said all along, I think Daytona has got the best 1-2 pitching that we'll see all year. So if we have to win it, 2-1 or 1-0 this game, I think we've got enough offense to do it.
Awesome.
About the key here, you're about to start this long stretch here, Coach, at home, and kind of start making this a fortress and making I guess some friends and some believers of the fans here, and you really use that to your advantage, can't you?
Yeah, the president and the athletic director made a decision a couple years ago to build us a great facility, probably the best facility in the state of Florida, and we've got the support from the athletic department and the president. We've got a great budget, we've got a great facility, and we want to put a great product out for our fans, and I'm real happy with the fans out we had today, and once we start winning and winning some exciting games, we'll double our attendance.
Well, Coach Badia, thank you so much. Appreciate the time. Best of luck in the second half. Sorry, we don't get to televise that one because we think that's going to be a win.
That checks the box score. We'll have a W in about 2 hours.
We will. Hey, thank you very much, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
The Titans dropping it 2-1, but had some excitement and battled, really battled here, Alex.
Yeah, that was a great game. I think it was hard fought on both sides. The Eastern Florida came out not hitting as hot as they probably would have liked in the beginning, like Coach said, but I think they ended on a good note, and it'll lead them going into the second game.
Top of the third, Daytona State began to get things going after leaving the bases jammed in the second. And they always say it's not easy being green. And there was a runner safe at second.
Yeah, that was just smart play calling right there. And again, Daytona State's ability to make changes and make adjustments in the box is kind of what led to their success. And unfortunately, they just made them sooner than Eastern Florida did.
It's with a 2 RBI double for Riley Gore, so she supplied all the run they needed. Taking it to the fence.
At the end of the day, Olivia Everett threw a great game. I mean, she threw a game good enough to win, and it's just going to be it's going to continue to challenge Eastern Florida to score runs and put more runs on the board for her and for Jordan Lawless.
Everett sparked 3 innings that allowed the offense to start finding themselves, as Mary Waldron went 3 for 3 today. As here's your triple.
We talked earlier, the ability to go the other way with some power is huge. It's going to allow those extra base hits to come into play. Lots of RBIs, lots of extra base hits that way.
Caitlin Meyer was up next, and she took one deep, and extra bases on this one.
Extra bases are going to be the best friend of hitters. It's great.
Coming home was Waldron. And a talking point probably was going to be the 2 unassisted. We had 2 of those, and this is one that ended the threat in the 6th.
There's just not much you can do right there. I mean, I think she's still in the box at that point, but I guess it's a judgment call, and it's ultimately the home plate umpire's decision at that point.
Ganaway retired, but Titans have another chance to bring home their first victory of the season at home. Come on out right now and get a chance to see this softball team. They have a lot of big things ahead for the Titans softball program. So glad to have our first of 5 on the air this season on WEFS. Hope you can join us for the rest. Titans fall today 2-1. I'd like to thank Alex Powers. Wonderful job in her television debut. Look forward to seeing you here all season. Former O'Galley and Florida State great. For our producer, Laritz Karolf. For Roger Hayward, our director, and our entire WEFS crew hanging out on the scaffolding, our cameramen. Great job today. We'll see you down the line. I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Melbourne. Titans drop it 2-1, but plenty big things in store here at Eastern Florida State College. Go Titans. Good night.